linens. So this is Planet X3 by the 8-Bit guy. There was a tier when he kickstarted this one. I'll move the mic over here. Can you guys hear everything okay? I don't have the filter on because we're going to be using the PC speaker when we play it, and I wanted to capture that. So you're going to hear a lot of background noise probably. Oh, I kept the bed warm. Thank you. Yes, mic is good. Perfect. Okay. So there was a tier to get this signed. I did not pick that tier because it was an extra $50. But what he did was, on the Kickstarter ones, he signed them all in the back in this little spot. He left himself this spot to sign them. And I'm really glad that I didn't get it signed here. Because when I met him, when he gave a talk at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, like I slunk in there with this and I was like, I'd like to get this signed. And he was like, oh, okay. And like, you know, you could tell that he was like, there was a tier for that. You had to pay for that, right? I was like, I want it signed on the front. Because, like, you stick this thing up on a shelf, like, what, are you going to display the back of it? No. But, so, I did that. It was, in hindsight, maybe kind of dirty, but whatever. I have this beautiful box, which is extremely hard to capture on camera. Holy shit. Because it's so pastel, is that the right word? Yeah. Okay. But man, is this thing beautiful. More on this picture in a bit. So, thank you, David Murray, the 8-Bit guy. I think it's Murray. It's not Murray. This is Planet X3. And if I can get this to focus, probably not. I'll probably have to tap the phone to do it. So, I will just read it to you. System, IBM, PC/XT and compatible. Memory, 256K and more. Storage, 360K or 720K floppy drive. CGA, Tandy, MCGA. Sound, PC speakers, Tandy, AdLib. I don't have anything to play sound on this. It's kind of ridiculous. I've tried everything. Needs a floppy to save it. Yep, exactly, Fish. So, you know, I could... real hesitant to flip this phone. Maybe. Alright. Actually, here, I can zoom in on that now. There we go. See? Isn't this phone thing nice? So on the back here, there we go. The story so far. After 12 years of hibernation aboard the EV-CPO, you and your crew awaken just as you arrive at Planet X3, an uninhabited planet in the distant star system. However, Terrain High Command didn't know when you started your journey all those years ago that the star system was in fact inhabited after all! Exclamation mark. Catching up to the logs transmitted to your ship, during the flight, you learn that just a year ago we discovered protoids on Planet X2. Now, Planet X2 was a game he made for the Commodore 64. Planet X1 was for the VIC-20. So this one is for DOS. So he's made these, you know, resource management kind of StarCrafty games for various operating systems and going up. Who knows if he's planning one for like Windows 3.1. That would be super rad, right? Fucking protoids, man. No shit. Okay. On Planet X2 and defeated them. What's more concerning is that the closer the planet is to the system, intelligence reports indicate that protoids, motherfucking protoids, may be trying to settle on this one too. Your ship does not have enough fuel to return to Terran space. You're stranded out there. Help is 12 years away and resources are low. In order to survive, you have to conquer Planet X3. Are you up to the task, Commander? Hey Sean, welcome. The gameplay. I'm just going to read the whole box because we're here, we're doing it. The gameplay. In this comprehensive and innovative real-time strategy game, you command the Terran frontline troops and have to secure the planet from the protoids. who are competing with you for the stronghold on this planet. Harvest resources, build weapons, and expand your territory to combat the enemy. Planet X3 gives you a wide scenario of environments that are more challenging than last time. Planet X2. Fight in land, water, and snowy North Pole, and around lava. Each map presents a different challenge and strategy. Enjoy this amazing scenery with musical scores while... Sorry, I was distracted by the camera. While challenging your skills against relentless opponents. Anderson Enger Jensen, Noah Amon, and Alexander Simonov were the guys that did the music for this one, which we will get to in a minute. All right. You're like, Havoc, what's inside? Oh, we're getting there. So, what comes in this box, there we go, is a literal cassette tape, which is still sealed, and I'm probably never going to open. Yeah. Trying to get used to all the weird flippy and mirror images. So the soundtrack on cassette tape, which is dope as hell, right? There we go. Kind of shaky. I had a lot of caffeine today. That might be my issue. Wow, my cell phone camera is working out really well for this, actually. And it comes on a floppy disk. Like an actual real floppy disk. We were given the choice because it was taking so long to copy all the disks. Between this and the 5 1/4 floppy. So there's a sticker for the 5 1/4 floppy so you can make your own. Which is actually pretty awesome. Alright. So this is the manual. And it's a full color manual, and this thing is beautiful. So the forward and story. Look at him flexing his phone again. Thanks, Fish. The forward and story here, there's actually a YouTube video where Lazy Game Reviews narrates the story, pretty much the story that I just read. I'm just going to flip through every page here. I mean, this is a beautiful manual. This thing is printed in such a high quality, and the colors are so goddamn vivid. Like, I just love this thing. Plus, it's just exciting to get a manual again. So these were the computers he made this thing to work on. The IBM 5150, Tandy 1000, IBM 5155, and Compaq Portable. Wouldn't it be nice to have one of these stupid things? Just a random video cable there. Sound modes, the how and why, yeah. I don't have anything that'll do this. Just the PC speaker, which is just... I don't know, doesn't quite do it, considering how amazing this soundtrack is. Kickstarter Hall of Fame. This is the story so far. This is the thing that Lazy Game Reviews narrated for the launch video. It's pretty much everything that I just read. Key maps, we're definitely going to be referring to that. And a resource guide. Buildings. Yep, we're going to need all this. You know what's crazy about this? Like, this is important. You know, a new DOS game made in 2018, that's important. This was, you know, whether or not this is a game that I'm going to love because we know how I feel about RTSs, right? This is an important one for me to own. Like, absolutely. And, you know, I haven't played it very much. So, here we are today on the 1 hour stream playing it for pretty much the first time. A little bit of troubleshooting. And instructions to run it in DOSBox. I wasn't really able to get it running very good in DOSBox. It wouldn't play music, and I'm not sure why. Seems to be a theme this week. Pictures of it running on various computers. Oh, are you? No, I'm not. I'm really not. Alright, so that's the manual. Here's the tactical manual. Should have been the giveaway. As far as, like, RTSs go, like, I kind of stop at Total Annihilation and, StarCraft, really. And I was never very good at those games. I love the kind of blueprint look of this. Spoiler alert, maps. And I guess if you really wanted to, you could mark things on here. I'd be real hard-pressed to do that. They look more like abstract art than maps, right? David's notes about maps. Okay. Actually, we're going to leave both of these manuals out. Put them someplace where they won't get beat up. Alright, pack this back up. We're not running this off the floppy disk because, well, I have it installed on the hard drive. So that is the box. And this thing's an odd shape. You know, it's not a big box. It's not a small box. It's kind of thin. But it is beautiful. Okay. Now, we know that the soundtrack came on cassette tape, but it also came on vinyl. Look at that art. This is seriously like one of the most beautiful vinyl covers I have ever seen. It'd be really cool to get this one signed if I could hunt down, you know, Anderson, Edgar, whatever his name was. A little bit shiny. It still has the plastic on it, like I just cut the plastic to get the vinyl out. Yes. So, since we're having to play the game with the PC speaker, this is how we're going to listen to the music. You like that? Was that smooth or fucking what? That reveal, wasn't that great? It's like I have any inkling of what the fuck I'm doing, right? So, let's kick this one off. Should be desktop audio. You guys will have to let me know what the volume situation is here. Like a pro, you like that? Okay, now comes excuse me, the tricky-ish part. Because we're going to swap cameras so that my phone doesn't remain up here just balancing. Alright. Okay. This phone. Get that off there. Yeah, my phone was like sitting on top of my ring light. Like actually, you can see it up here. Like my phone was just sitting off the edge of this to give us a clear picture, right? All right. You'll have to let me know how the music is now. Okay. Great. Now I have you guys here. We have the record spinning in the background.